What's up, guys? What's going on? All right. Hope this is viewable. Hope you can see everything. All right. I don't know. I just had an itch to go online. I know it's kind of late. I don't know if anyone is actually up and even interested in watching. What I have to offer. Anyway, yeah, it's a bit of a. Oh shoot! It's a bit of a red day today. Look at that. A lot of reds. Not too many greens. Um, but you know what? Hold on. You know what? I'm wrong. I'm wrong. I don't know exactly how many reds or greens. Um, these are red, basically from the aftermarket. Like this, for instance, NVDL. It's the overnight aftermarket. It's down $2. So I don't know exactly where it was, where it closed during the day at 4 o'clock. Okay, so anyway, if you watch my last video, which was last week, I mean, I'm still, even though it's 1 a.m., it's Thursday, technically, I still look at it as Wednesday. But last Wednesday, so a week ago, I came out with a video and I showed, I actually did in that video live. I wasn't live, but I was live filming it, and I was I was selling my positions off, closing it out, and everything. So I showed, exactly what I did. I did leave. I did leave this position open. SoFi call, naked call on SoFi, another naked call, which expires March 20th and March 27th. I had another call, naked call, which is TSLL, which is a Tesla ETF. It's a double leverage. I got rid of that. I don't know. I got a little antsy, a little nervous with that. I said, you know what? It's making a little bit of profit. Just get rid of it. Take the profit, because I'd rather take the profit now than for some crazy reason Elon tweets about something with the company, and then the stock flies up, and then then I have to actually owe money instead of making a premium. Oh, you know what? That's true. I guess I retain the full. I would retain the full cover naked call premium, but then whatever above the strike price, I would have to owe. So that would suck. And listen, that strike price. I had at, oh shoot, I don't even know. I forgot I had at 16 was or 17 here. Let me go back to it. Oh, TSLL. Oh, 16. So it's like right around the corner. I guess I was smart to get rid of it. Oh shoot, you know what? Monster. Oh no. Oh man. Oh well. I would have gotten the the full probably, because it's at 1478 and 16. It only has 2 more days. I don't think it's gonna run a point 22, $1.22, in 2 days. That means the stock has to run roughly about 15 points. Roughly, I don't know exactly. Tesla right now is at excuse me, it's at 405, roughly. Anyway, so March 4th was last week, and that's when I did all the spring cleaning of my account. So let's not even bother with that. So the next day, I actually uh, sold some puts on Soxo. I sold some puts on Robinhood again, and I sold put on Iron, and all three of them are looking good. I mean, I did make a lot of premium. What is this? Hold on, March 5th. I made $243.62, which is okay. It's okay. And then the next day, that's when I closed out the TSLL ETF. I paid $75.11 to close it out. I think I was making about a buck 50. What? Oh, that's a 16. Good question. What the hell is it? I don't know. Whatever it is. I didn't make that much, but I closed it out, and I had to pay that price. Um, the 6th on Friday. Oh, okay. I actually did something on Friday. So I sold some puts. Oh, that's a little strange. Hmm. Okay. I actually did something on Friday, huh? Okay. So I sold some puts on SoFi on Friday, which is the last day. Oh no no no. What the heck? No, it's a week out. Oh wow, interesting. Okay, a week out. Anyway, I'm losing my mind, guys. Sorry. Um, this is where I close out the TSLL $16 calls, and I sold some NVDL, um, which is going to be expiring tomorrow in 2 days, and I did some Soxo, which okay, because Soxo is very volatile, um, very volatile ETF. So I believe it was probably trading in the mid 50s, and even though it was a same day expiration, zero DTE, it's considered at this point. I was able to get $25.33 premium, and I probably wasn't in any jeopardy of being assigned unless there was a tweet by the president and he says we're going to war or whatever the case is, something drastic to kill the market, but that wasn't the case, so we're cool. So what was crazy was, let me show you this. See this IREN right here? $37 on March 5th. Okay, hold on, my neck is hurting by looking up. I don't know why. Damn. March 5th, right? March 5th IREN. If you look here, oh no, we're saying March 5th. March 6th. So stupid. What the freak is wrong with me? March 6th. If you look at it right there, it closed at 3670. Look on top of the chart. I can't point to you. I can't, it's not a touch screen. It's not, whatever. But okay, sorry. See like up here, C is closed, right? So look at when I get to 36, which is right here. Look at it close. 3670. I think it was really a little higher. Maybe it might have been like 3680. But everyone has it differently. Some post a bid, some post a ask. Whatever the case is. So whatever. It's under 37, right? Look at my strike price. Look at my strike. 37. So it was under 37. So guess what? I was like preparing in my mind, in my head, the whole weekend. I mean, not the whole weekend. Like that Friday night, going into Saturday morning, seeing that this activity is going to show that I had to buy 500 shares of IREN, right, at $37, even though it's trading at 36 and change, right? Guess what? I wake up, I log on to my computer, I log on to my Fidelity account, and I didn't get exercised. I didn't get assigned. So what I'm thinking is the person who actually bought this put either completely forgot about it, that he had puts on it. He saw such little profit from the put that he didn't care at that point, and I guess he just didn't want to exercise the option. So this way, I didn't have to buy the shares. So I was like kind of pissed off. I was kind of pissed off because I was looking for a market pop on Monday, right? So when Monday came along, when the market opened, it was a pretty sour market. It was kind of red. So I said, you know what? I'm actually happy I didn't buy the shares. So looking back, obviously I'm pissed off. It's at 40.88 and it's actually down $1.10. So it was actually almost $42 a share. Dude, that's 5 points on 500 shares. That's $2,500 I could have possibly made if I, obviously if I held it to 42. if I hold on. If you know, obviously, if I had it at 37 and I saw it at 39, I'd be tempted already to make $1,000. It goes to 40, $1,500. So along the whole ways after 39, I'd be very tempted because it's $1,000 I could have made. So I thought at first I was happy that I didn't get exercised because the market was down, but then it soon changed because Trump tweeted that the war is almost gonna be ending, and this is it's very near for that to happen. So the market turned around and just started being very bullish. So what happened was, because it was a red day that Monday, I jumped in and I sold 3 puts. I sold on Soxo, TSLL, and SoFi, and the premiums. I mean, unfortunately, they were further out. The April 2nd, April 10th. But I made a premium of what? $1,864.52. So my new strategy is I'm only gonna I'm only gonna sell puts now when I have like a down market. Like, look at this, TNA, 5%, 5.84. Anything big, not anything, but I have to like the company. I have to like the state it's in. I have to like where the price is at that point. Okay, that's the only stock. That's the only security that falls into my category that I like. I mean, Saxo is close. It's 3.4. If tomorrow opens up and it goes even lower, I might do that. Saxo is very strong. It's semiconductors, and semiconductor is what rule the AI business. So you need it. But I already have TNA, but I may just buy more. If it tanks definitely lower, I'm gonna sell more, because I did TNA today. But before I even get to that, so what happened was, it was a pretty much of a red day, down day on Monday, right? And when Trump tweeted, it reversed. It went to a green day for the most part. Not every stock, but majority of the stocks went green. So I was in travel. I was actually heading back from Mohegan Sun. I made almost $200. It was quick. I was in the area. I had to do some business there, so I went to Mohegan, and I made some money out. And I was driving back. When I was driving back, I knew the stock market turned around, and I knew I was making a little bit of money, but I wasn't exactly sure how much I was making. And I was driving, so I didn't bother looking. And I'm like, whoa, damn, I kind of missed out, because I was gonna make about $600 something. So I'm like praying that Tuesday the market pops. So all night, Monday night, it was bouncing around. It was up, it was down, it was up, it was down. So when finally opened up, I think it was slightly down, but then it just turned around right away, and it started becoming greener, and I think within less than an hour, I said, you know what, F it. Let me close out these positions. Let me take my 1 day profit, not even 1 day, almost 1 day, but regardless, right? So I closed out my Soxo for 392, my TSL for 260, and SoFi for 310. So that came out to a total of $962.47. So I made a little over $900 on these 3 positions in 1 day. So I'm happy with that. Why wouldn't I be happy with that? You know what I mean? So, and then yesterday, wait a minute, what the fuck? Oh no. Sorry. And then today, I had limited time. I had to leave the house by like 10ish, which I did. I had to go to another appointment situation, and I only saw TNA being down a little, in the area that I liked, and I bought it. But unfortunately, it's down even more for tomorrow. So it's getting close to my price. Not really close, but close enough. It's $41. It's at $44.60 right now. I have 2 days left. But if it does drop under 41, I'm on the tab for 200 shares, so I have to lay out $8,200, which is no big deal, because TNA is, according to a YouTuber, it's oh, excuse me, I thought I was gonna burp. It's actually rather strong. Now, let me look at the chart. See, it was definitely in the 50s. It dropped to as low as 40 and 41, which is, that's why I chose 41. So even it goes to there, and it goes back to 47, 200 shares, I can make, $1,000, $800, whatever. If it goes back up, I'll make the money. It gets to become a bear market and it crashes, then it's a different story. But yeah, 200 shares, not a big deal. Not a big deal whatsoever. Right now, I have a lot of buying power, so I can always average down. Oh, shoot. Okay, never mind. I thought I had more buying power than I did. Hold on. All right. Well, when these drop after Friday, and they're not in any jeopardy. 81 hood, 77, 7 points. It's got to be a horrible, horrible day for that to drop down to 70. And SoFi 16 now, 18 now. Like I said, it's got to be a really horrible day or some horrible news. So I'm not in jeopardy. These most likely will fall off. I'll get the full premium, which these are the premium. This is what it's worth now. I'm making 88%, 68%, 68% and 71%. TNA, that's yet to be determined. We don't know. The SoFi calls, I don't think it's gonna pop, a little less than 3 points, because the trading range right now, it's not even anywhere near 21. Look at that, 19 for the last month. It's only 19 and change, and low is 17 and change. So it's not going there. Even 3 months ago, it was the last time. February 3rd. Oh, shoot. So a little over a month ago. Oh, wow. Okay, February 9th. But then ever since February 9th, February 10th. February 10th was the last time it hit 21. And it's just been down, down, down. Listen to this. So my spring cleaning last week, right? I, after I close out my positions, I jotted down approximately where the stock is at, and I'm looking good. When I close out my hood, it was 81.60. Look, it's down further. When I close out my Reddit, it was 146. Look at that, 135. When I closed out my bull, look at this, 611. And when I closed out my SoFi, it was 1887. So all 4 positions, I would be losing even more money. So when I closed out everything last week, well, besides my 3 naked calls, my account was like low 62. If you watch back the video from last week, I think it was like 62,100 and something or something like that. So, in a matter of a week, I almost made 2,000 already. I mean, listen, these 3 drop off, and if this drops off without, incurring any damage with the strike price, it's going to definitely be way over, not way over, but it's definitely going to be quite a bit over 64. So that means I would have made $2,000 in that 1 week. But I saved money as well from these 4 positions that I didn't hold, because I sold it at, I closed it out at a slightly higher price. So, I got the right timing so far with that. Listen, I wasn't really even timing these 4 positions. I said, you know what, F it. I'm fed up with it. I'd rather be in a position where I have, I'd rather be in a position where I have buying power. Oh, wow, look at that, 169. What the hell? It was just 132. Listen, I knew it was definitely high up there. 169 makes more sense because this morning I'll have 180s, and I only did the TNA, so it didn't make any sense. I mean, TNA, unfortunately, it's a higher margin requirement, so it's the more money is needed to get to open that position. Unfortunately, because it's a leverage ETF like Saxo. It won't take the amount of equity, amount of security held. It takes more because it's a highly volatile position here. Let me show you how do you tell volatility and stuff. Look at 150% implied volatility. That's very volatile, guys. Um, anything above 70 is quite volatile. But when you get to the 90s, 100, and over 100, it's very volatile. I don't know. I don't. You know what? Hold on. I'm not even sure what TNA is. 129. Okay, not as volatile. Let's see. No, NVDX shouldn't be that volatile because this should not be that volatile because this is oh, this is triple leverage of the QQQ. Oh, so this could be okay. This could be very volatile. Let's see. Nope, 95. Okay, no, and I don't think CoreWeave is that volatile either. I think it's like 80s to 100. So let's see. 116. Okay. All right. All right. So Saxo is definitely the most volatile. I thought it was more, but it's cool. It's cool. Let me. You know what? I can double check something, if you don't mind waiting. Ooh, 220. Oh, Saxo. 280. Holy crap! 280%. These are volatility. I write it down just to have it. You know, this is my Excel spreadsheet. Here's where I took all these losses. Look at all this money. Oh my god. Money, big money, big money, big money losses, big money losses. I mean, listen, I took a $3,800, $3,806.74 hit, but I did make, 1843, so that means I only lost like 2,000. Like this, I made 3,482, but I had to buy it back at 6,430, so I lost like 3,000. So so like I said, that last Wednesday was brutal, guys. It was brutal. Yeah, so, but like I said, I'm happy that I made almost like practically 2,000. But it is because last week of income that I made, I don't count that Wednesday because it was just taking losses, but I'm just jotting down income. I made $960.14 so far this week. It's almost 1,000. I have tomorrow and Friday left, so I can, if I do another trade, it'll push it over to 1,000. We'll see. I need a down market, so I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind if it's a pretty bad down market tomorrow, but then it's a green market on Friday, so at least it'll recover my TNA. This way, I don't have to like buy the shares. I mean, it's not the end of the world if I buy the shares. Long as the market doesn't crash for good, then I don't care because eventually it'll come back anyway. I'll make more money on the cover call side if that was the case. But two contracts is not a big deal. If I had 5 or 10 or whatever contract, then a different story. But so I'm just gonna leave it the way it is. Yeah, I just want to just give you an update, guys, and that's about it. Okay, as I expected, no one is really online right now. So, all right. Like I said, I just wanted to give you an update, and yeah, we'll see what happens the next couple days. I'll keep you informed. All right, guys. Have a good night.